So, back for another episode of Believe in Boyt with this Quackquavel team. This is going to be the last episode with this team. I have been wondering, what is the optimal number of episodes that I should be using a team for? Because this is going to be the third one. I used the very first one for 5. Is it 2? Is it just 1? Because I'm tending to do 3 per episode, because that's just how it works time-wise for me to be able to do that. So, if there are 3 matches per episode, what is the optimal number of matches with a team that you should be using? Question of the day. That's a YouTuber thing, right? Question of the day. If you want this team, team ID, top right, in the description, poker page there as well. Let's get into some battles. Okay. The Scarlet is definitely picking up. It's definitely on the up at this point. That makes Quackquavel a little bit, well, worse and better. If I can get an Aqua Step off before Scarlet flower tricks me, then I'm sorted. They don't go with Murkrow. I can get away with Grimmsnarl and Quackquavel and just fake out. And Aqua Step / Swords Dance. Yeah, the Sylveon could be a bit awkward. Kind of forced to bring Goldengo, but they've got a lot against the Goldengo. But I guess that's kind of the weak spot. So yeah, we'll go with what I said. Quackquavel, Grimmsnarl. Actually, Volcarona's pretty sweet. Then I think I will bring Goldengo. Mainly for the Sylveon, but I guess Volcarona is technically for the Sylveon as well. To an extent. Might have been worthwhile going with Grimmsnarl Volcarona, actually. Thinking about it. Because getting a Quiver Dance up turn 1 is easier than having to Swords Dance, then Aqua Step. I'm content with Quackquavel as my lead. So, right. Charcoal and Life Orb, fair enough. So, it just does the Volcarona have Gig Drain. Slash, is it a Grass type? I'm going to fake out the Hydreigon and I will immediately Aqua Step into the Volcarona. It will put me faster than the Hydreigon. I will get burned, but I'll be able to close combat the Hydreigon afterwards. But what's going to happen is I'm going to fake out a Ghost Hydreigon, or I'm going to Aqua Step into a Grass-type Volcarona that then Gig Drain KOs me. That's how it works, but let's see. I'm faking out the Hydreigon because that's stronger at the moment, and they may not be going for a Giga Drain. That's perfect. Okay, no, I wouldn't say perfect yet, because we can still get Flame Bodied. But that's very good. And not getting Flame Bodied would be perfect. That's definitely a KO. And I think Flame Body would have activated there. So that is perfect. Like, that is literally as good as that turn could have possibly gone. Because now I am going to sweep with Quackquavel. Because I've got my Moxie going. Like, I'm sorted now. Yeah, Meowscarada, that's fine. Because I outspeed that now. It's just whether that is going to be Focus Sash or not. Now, I get a close combat KO. If Meowscarada is Focus Sash, then it would be not so ideal going into that. But I think that would be okay. So I can then Spirit Break KO the Hydreigon. So I will do that. It was Focus Sash, so Sucker Punch into Meowscarada would have been slightly better. But I guess Hydreigon would have KO'd me anyway, so it doesn't particularly matter. And I can Sucker Punch the Meowscarada whenever I want, pinning it into its own Sucker Punch. Right, it's just Draco, that's fine. I guess a Choice Band of... No, I should survive a Choice Band of Flower Trick. But it's not Choice Banded, but it's Overgrow. Is it Overgrow? Let's see. Is that Trick Room? Because Meowscarada gets Trick Room. I didn't miss Meowscarada going for a move, right? Yeah, that's Trick Room. I guess they're setting up for the Sylveon. But I've got Goldengo and Volcarona now. So, yeah, I'll go into Volcarona first, I think. Because if it is Sylveon, I can just Quiver Dance in its face while I'm Spirit Breaking it. Yes, it is Sylveon. So, Now, what is the optimal way to do this? Because surely I have a very straightforward path to victory. I can survive a Hyper Voice because of my Assault Whisper Grimmsnarl. So from what I can see, it's Spirit Break the Sylveon and Giga Drain the Meowscarada, because then I don't risk a miss. Like, from what I can see, that's 100%, unless this is Terra Water. But it's just Terra Fairy, that's fine. That might KO Grimmsnarl, actually. But if it does, then I'm still Giga Drain KOing a Meowscarada, unless it's going for Protect, but having space for... I'm definitely losing Grimmsnarl, but they are losing Meowscarada as well, and because they're Fairy on the Sylveon, I undersped anyway, which is good. That's decent damage. Even if I didn't underspeed and lost my Grimmsnarl here, then I would have just gone into Goldengo and make it rain and won. So, this might not KO anymore because of the Assault Vest. Yep, very nice. So, just guaranteed with a Giga Drain. It is Throat Spray, so they're back up, but we've just seen me move first, so... they are not slower than me. And that was guaranteed. That was better than Heat Wave, because if I miss the Meowscarada, then there's still a possibility. But KOing Meowscarada is definite to win, because that takes away the possibility of Sucker Punch into the Goldengo. And Terrestrialize either, actually, to be fair. But Spirit Break and, once again, Giga Drain. Because that would be enough to KO. Like, I don't need to worry about anything here. Quick Attack. That with a Fairy should KO, actually, yeah. But I have Goldengo in the back, so I am still fine. That's still reasonable. But then not being Terra Fire or Ground or whatever means that they can't be the Goldengo. Oh, Make It Rain should be top. What are you doing? And PP ups are not that expensive. PP ups are good. But this definitely does not KO either. Even double critical hits would have not done enough. Like, yeah, just look at that. And then Make It Rain finishes off. Very good. That was a good first turn that allowed Quaquaval to do enough damage. Like, KOing 1.9999... Actually, I guess it's 1.99%. That's not right. 1.99 out of 4 of the team. 199% of the team, I guess is what I'm looking for. Or not even. I'm a maths teacher. Okay. Double redirection there. Although, actually, at the beginning, Indeedee and Malsold were coming together. Is this Wolf's team? I feel like Wolf used this team. Okay. Toadscrawl's very good here. I still think Excalibur's good. Quaquaval is good when it is not being hit, but there is too much going against it, I think, to bring it to this match. I want Grimmsnarl. If I'm facing Expanding Force, I want a Dark type. And I do want Goldengo. Pretty sure this is the team that Wolf used. Was it in the very first tournament? You know, that tournament I can't remember. The very first one. I need to do my training card, because their training card was cool. Yes, as expected. Okay, I know they are Psychic Seeds, so they are not Safety Goggles. That is good. And I can't remember if the Armor Rouge was supposed to be... Oh, my Joy-Con was running out there. I can't remember if the Armor Rouge was supposed to be Safety Goggles. Like, I have a sneaking suspicion it was. But I cannot remember. I am going to Dragon Dance, because next turn I'm going to reverse Trick Room and Protect. And if they don't Trick Room, like, if there is no need to reverse Trick Room, then I'm just at +1. So, sorted. This goes not so ideal. No, it's fine if they go for Helping Hand Expanding Force. I should live with both. Question mark. Big question mark. But, yeah, very brave. They are just attacking. Because I could have gone for a sport into the Armory slot. That means that they're probably going to be... that's reasonable, Jeff. They're probably going to... Oh, they did just Expanding Force. Okay. But if you're interested in any of my EVs, this is actually an updated one. So go and check out the guide, but this one is actually slightly bulkier. So go and check out the video description instead. So, okay. That's not the worst. Because this is now an Earth Power and an Ice... Oh, could be a Terra Blast. Do I need to Terra anything else? I don't think so. No, I'm going to Earth Power and I'm going to Icicle Spear, and I'm going to believe that that is strong enough. I'm going to believe in Baxcalibur. It's going to get an Overgrow boost to Ice with Thermal Exchange. Ooh, maybe. Yeah, I think I need 5. Terra Blast might have done it. Yeah, that's not enough, that's only 4. I need Toedscrawl to be strong, but I don't think it will be. I think that needs to be Terra Blast. It did not! Toedscrawl is brilliant. And that was not a critical hit! Okay, yes. I learned a calc. Very good. Because that was guaranteed for Indeedee. There's Meowscarada, but I outspeed. They cannot Suck Punch, so... It is worth going for Rage Powder instead of an attack here, because Indeedee doesn't have Expanding Force anymore. I'm pretty confident it's Choice Band on the Meowscarada. This protects Baxcalibur from a Psychic. So, unless they have Dazzling Gleam as well, then this is fine. And otherwise, if they do, yeah, you can't do that in Psychic Terrain. Like, anti-synergy of your own team there. He says about a World Champions team, I think. But, yeah, that was not the play. And they... question mark... Don't wake up! That was so many sentences before it got to what I wanted to know. I don't know if you heard that. That was my new boiler. It likes to make a loud rumbling noise every now and then. Hope it doesn't explode. Alright, and Sylveon, yeah, that's fine. So I have in the back Goldengo, right? Yeah, I just win. I guess they haven't Terraged yet. But I'm still going to double this Sylveon. If they protect, then they still have to wake up with the Indeedee, and I only lose 1 Pokemon. If they follow me, which they don't, then I would KO the Indeedee anyway and just 1 Goldengo. But 5 is enough, and 4 is just... 5 is no longer enough. But Earth Power might do it as well. Oh, yeah, I needed 5. 4 would not have been strong enough, but that's definitely in range of Earth Power, so... sorted. Once again, proving that Baxcalibur is S tier in this format. So I'm very content with the choice to Dragon Dance in the face of potential Trick Room. Because they did not Trick Room. And my EVs are just still so busted. Even though these aren't the one on the guide, because... that other one on the guide was for when Fluttermane was a thing, because it was able to 1v1 Fluttermane, because it needs to outspeed it. This doesn't need to outspeed a Fluttermane, so I dropped the speed of it. So, sorted. Very good showing of Baxcalibur still. Very nice indeed. No, I don't want to get your hopes up, but if I win this match, I break into the top 1,000. So, lots of things on the line here. That is a Frigoraph. Definitely underrated Frigoraph. And Pawmot as well. Pawmot seems to be a thing. I think it's won 2 tournaments already. So, Revival Blessing must be pretty good. Okay. Quavel is decent here, for sure. Just needs to avoid the Pawmot. I'm going to go with Grimmsnarl and Quaquavel. My own Goldengo I don't particularly like, but it's Useful against the Farigiraf, because it's immune to Hyper Voice, and resists Psychic as well. My own Volcarona is actually very good, and I should not overlook it. Baxcalibur. Excalibur's alright. Toadscrew. Toadscrew will be extra insurance against Trick Room, but I'm going to bring Baxcalibur. That is an identical trainer card. They are copying me. And I promise that I'm not actually just not doing the trainer card for the sake of me just keeping on saying it. Like, full bend, pay attention to Frisk, and Focus Sash. Yeah, I am legitimately just not thinking about it. So I go into the battle and then just forget completely. Right, so, are we trading Fake Outs? Although they can just immediately go for Double Shock. That's what it's called, right? Double Shock? So I could fake out the Pawmot, but I am not going to. I'm just going to assume they are not Double Shocking. Right? And if they do... Whoops. Shiny Pawmot looks cool as well, though. Oh, I could have. They are Double Shocking, I mean. Oh, it's just Thunder Punch. I lit that. I don't. Okay. Iron Fist is pretty good. That was only Focus Sash as well. Like, what? Like, I know they got the Iron Fist boost, but still, come on. Anyway. Now we're just going to sweep Baxcalibur again. Because I'm going to Terror as they nuzzle me, and it will not work. And then I will Spirit Break KO the Pawmot. I will... do I Dragon Dance the face of... the face of Tailwind? I think I do need to. But then, if I'm making that play, I'm assuming they're not Tailwinding. Therefore, going for Spirit Break into the Hydreigon is better, because then next turn I can just Oko Pawmot without having to worry about Focus Sash. So I don't have to have committed 2 attacks into it. And also I made the correct play in attacking the Hydreigon because Pawmot has switched out into Volcarona. So, yeah, that's definitely correct. Now, are they going to Terror the Hydreigon? They are going to Terror the Hydreigon. That is fine. Steel is better, because... actually, it won't make a difference. Actually, Steel was worse, because then they're doing extra damage with Flash Cannon. If they Draco here, that's pretty good. Although... At least I'm Spirit Breaking the Volcarona, so it's going to be pretty weak. I can go into my own Volcarona, but there is the Draco. But we're surviving that. But, you know, I've taken way too much damage, haven't I? Because Heat Wave will now KO me. Yeah, this one's not looking good. I definitely underestimated the... I don't think I underestimated it. I just expected Double Shock. And Double Shock would have KO'd. So I made a play that would have lost to Double Shock. Saw Thunder Punch, and apparently that was KO. I'm curious of that count, because Quabble's bulk is not terrible. And it is... I know it's Iron Fist. It's definitely Iron Fist. But it's just Thunder Punch. So I'm still quite surprised that that just OHKO'd. But yeah, not really sure what I do here now. Got to try and sweep the Volcarona, I think. So I've got to assume that they double into me. No, if I do lose it, then I'm hoping this does not KO Volcarona, because if it doesn't, then I get to get my Fake Out without theirs active. Okay, so Protect was better because this would have been the opportunity to go for Terra Blast and Quiver Dance on this turn. So I'm hoping that they are not going to be KO'd this. Okay, that's good. That's less good. No, this is still okay. If they KO Baxcalibur, I am still okay, because I get If you want to go and check out my AVs, I've already told you where. But fine, I'll take it. Right. Yeah, this is just protecting Quiver Dance, and then I think I win. My EVs are still so good. Right, okay. Absolutely fine. Oh, even better. And the next turn I get to go for Heat Wave and Dragon Dance. Alright, fine. Fine. They probably have Mach Punch on the... given that they're Iron Fist, they almost certainly have Mach Punch on the Pormot. But that's fine. Struggle Bug, fair enough. Like, okay, fine. But I've got my speed boost at least. Do I KO the Volcarona with Heat Wave from here? I don't think I do. Yeah, I am not confident in the slightest that I do. But Heat Wave will KO a Steel-type Hydreigon, so I can go for Heat Wave. I can go for Icicle Spear into the Volcarona. My Volcarona outspeed, so I won't turn the Heat Wave single target. But am I breaking the Focus Sash of the Pormot? I'm Heat Waving a Goldengo, I'm fine with that. I have no issues with that whatsoever. Except when I miss it. But, oh, that's fine, because Icicle Spear should still KO. It was probably... Does Terrabolos make contact? I don't actually know that yet. But Icicle Spear should still KO, right? Because they've used their berry. Yeah, that definitely KOs, so... And that covered for the Pormot's switch in as well. Yeah, I think I'm fine, because if the Pormot comes in, I can't see any downside to just double protect, right? Then they Mach Punch KO my Baxcalibur. So they are weakness policyed on the... Yeah, no, I double protect here. And if I see Mach Punch on this turn, then I switch out into the Grimmstar and just preserve Baxcalibur because I might as well. In fact... No, I think I still just Heat Wave and just sacrifice Baxcalibur. Because that gives me Fake Out and also does not give the opportunity for them going for Thunder Punch and for that to be strong enough to KO my Volcarona. This is just a Focus Sash one, there's no Volt. So I wouldn't be surprised based on the fact that it KO'd Quaquaval that it would do that. But yeah, there was no downside to this. Like, I could have got away with the Icicle Spear into the... Yeah, I definitely could have got away with Icicle Spear into Pormot. Yeah, and they may not have Mach Punch, so I will make this play, because if they don't have Mach Punch, then there's no downside. If they do have Mach Punch, I still, supposedly, KO the Goldengo with 90% accuracy. If they protect, then I just Fake Out the Pormot and do the same thing. If they don't, then I just still Fake Out and Heat Wave. Right? So, I can't see any downsides to still just, theoretically, sacrificing the Baxcalibur. And like so, they did not have Mach Punch, so that was correct to just stay in. But I was just waiting for the time that I would one of my EVs would survive on 1 HP, and apparently it's 10 episodes in, so you know. And I've survived in the reds loads of times, so go and check out my guides for sure. Even though this Baxcalibur is technically not the one on the guide. So, but just check the video description instead. And I will Giga Drain here, because it's 100% accurate, and I will Terra Blast, and that doesn't matter because that KOs. So, and now I'm back to Focus Sash, theoretically, that's what I was going for. Yes, I am, so, nice. And then, doesn't matter because Terra Blast wins, so, very nice indeed. And proving, still, even though this was supposed to be for Quaquaval, still proving how utterly busted Baxcalibur is. Like, it's S tier for sure. Is Quaquaval A? I can't really base it on, what, 10 battles? It was alright. Let's put in some work. But Baxcalibur is still just totally busted. Quaquaval might be A or B, not really sure.